What's going on, guys? Hexa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer. Thank you for being here. We're actually, and I just want to get this briefly out of the way. We're very quickly approaching 500 subs, which is fucking hilarious. Just quite frankly, it's fucking funny to me. I'm very, I'm very appreciative of it, but I still honestly can't even wrap my head around it. It's so weird. Like, it was like, at the start of August, I was celebrating 200 subs. It's fucking insane. And like, you know, I am very, 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 very appreciative of it, but I just still feel bad because it's not a 200 sub special anymore. It's just like a special video I'm working on at this point. It'll be out when it's out. The tips video, which I am still working on. You know, a little bit at a slower pace than I was before, because now I'm realizing it's not going to be a special video. It's just kind of a big project that I'm working on, and it'll be out when it's out. So I'm not as rushed as I was before, but it's still going to be out. Do not worry. I'm not like, you know, like I'm still working on it like pretty actively, just not like every ounce of free time I have is dedicated towards this now. But it's coming for sure. Like I'm not gonna leave you guys out to dry with that. And I really hope it's worth it for people who are actually waiting for it. I hope people enjoy it. I've put a lot of time into it. I can't even really put into words how much time I've put into this, and I'm not even close to finished with it either. There's just, I guess I could talk a little bit about it. It's a lot of custom sprites. A lot of custom things are in it, so. Just a lot of work to be doing. Let's talk about the video that we're on. Sorry about that. I do have a lot of run requests here. I have a sword run request that I've been meaning to get around to. Like, I've been meaning to do a sword run for a long time at this point, and I feel like it's been a long time since I've done it. So this is something I will certainly try and strive towards. Let me look at my run request real quick here. I know I put it on here. Swordsman 2, Poison 2... Oh, it's Swordsman 2, Poison 2, Bleed. There we go, I was reading it wrong. With Arms and Rapidity, which is very specific. But not so specific that it's impossible, though. It's just a very, very, like, targeted request. But I can definitely do it. I think Swordsman is one of the only skulls in the game that can actually multi-status and, like, it still be okay. Though I will say multi-status builds are generally, at least in my opinion, not advisable, because they are kind of prone to not having damage percent, and especially because they want me to do Rapidity and Arms as well. I have to be very careful about how I build this. I'm trying to think. So I know there's excessive bleeding, and it's excessive bleeding and hidden blade. So I can't even like if only there was a poison or a bleed item that had Rapidity or Arms on it. I don't think there is. There's that one poison sword, so that's one item. If I can find it, that will help me towards this just very dense run request. But I'm just saying, you know, as someone who knows this game in and out and is very familiar with it, I do have to say, I generally advise against, oh my god, I forgot my 2 items at the start. I generally advise against run requests like this. Or just like builds in general, not run request. I'll do any run request. I meant to say builds. Builds like this are just too spread out. You're spreading your strategies very, very thin when you do something like this. And it just, like, you don't, like, there's not a lot of room to scale my damage percent on this. And poison is all about scaling damage percent. Without damage percent, poison is really bad. Bleed, not as held back by not having damage percent. You can do quite a bit with bleed regardless. But either way, I still advise to, whenever you're building a status, build towards any one of the damage percents, either magic or physical, because that is the way to do it. But it's a run request, and I aim to please, so I'm going to do it. And it might end up being very good, but I'm just saying, like, looking at this, I'm not very confident that it will end up being like a crazy run, but I'm sure I can win with it regardless. I've won with much crazier things, and hopefully that person is still here. I don't write down the people who requested it in my notepad file, which maybe I should start doing. But also, no, okay, that's Fireball. If it was the meteors, I would consider. Maybe that would be... I should do this run request. I've talked enough about it at this point. I should hear the person out. But I should maybe start writing down people's names so I can actually shout the people out. That would be... You know what? Like, occasionally I'll just come up with an idea while I'm recording that it's just like, you know, I should have been doing that the whole time. And that sounds like one of them, so I think I'll start doing that. Just makes sense. But thank you to your... Oh, please. Oh, okay. Whew. I was about to say, is that my boy Davey? That's going to change some things. Sorry, buddy. Do I want this? We're not... Actually, I cannot take the Gambler, actually. Poor Gambler. I can't take him. Like, we're just going to be building towards way too many different things here. And I really fucked up by not grabbing the starter items. I could get this if I had, but I don't want to get rid of this. This is arms and damage percent. That is good. That's going to be very valuable. And this is actually an item I can keep the whole time, actually. Because normally I fucking hate the kendo stick, and I don't exactly like it now. But it has rapidity and arms on it, and that's pretty much everything I'm looking for. So I think kendo stick is actually here to stay for once. We still have plenty of time to grab all of the poison and bleed items we can, so we're not in any trouble here just because I fucked up in the early part of the, like, you know, starter area, just because I was too busy focused talking about like how we're close to 500 subs, which is very exciting for me. I actually think I'll be able to unlock community posting at that point. And I plan on using that feature a lot, and I hope those of you who are regular viewers participate. I really want to start building towards the community aspect of this channel, and I think that's a good way to start. Maybe eventually down the line I'll start a Discord server if this channel starts feeling like that is something that would benefit from such a thing. As of right now, I don't plan on it, but it could happen. You know, if community posting especially has like people who are participating, that'll be something I'll definitely consider. But I don't know how much people even use community posting on YouTube. Like, it's all kind of just like new to me. I don't know a lot about it. But I'm gonna give it a shot at 500 when I unlock it. I have a lot of things that I could share there that I think people would appreciate. Especially, I kind of want to start doing polls on potential, like I'll throw out maybe 3 run requests that I was given, and ask people which one they'd want to see the most, and that can maybe be an influence on me when I'm building my run. It's still Skul the Hero Slayer at the end of the day, so I can't really control what happens on the run, but I can use that poll as like a guiding force to even further kind of figure out what a good run idea would be. I don't know, it's just ideas I have. Let me know in the comments if you have, if that would be something you would participate in. But yeah, I'm very excited to reach 500. It'll be a big milestone. And Yiggy is, I'm going to try and, god damn it, I was going to try and kobold him. God damn, just so weak. You're frail, man. I don't know what to tell you. Give me something good at least to make up for that. Well, I mean, that's good, but it's not the kind of good we fucking need. Why, game? Why are you giving me Nether Mana Suppressor on this build? Please. Well, I mean, there's an orc. That's a way to scale my damage. I guess I'll take it. If we're gonna have damage scaling problems, orc certainly will make up for that in the worst way possible, because it's gonna make me... It's like, oh man, I used orc and now I have 450 damage percent. Holy fuck! But that's kind of how I envision this run going. We're gonna have some issues, but it's all well and good because that's what the person wanted to see, and I aim to please. And you know, I can at least make it a teachable moment if the run ends up being weird. You know, if the run ends up being good, then hey, you know, I'm not always right. But I think my general principle here still is a sound one, where you should be very careful about hey, stop running around. You should be very careful about how you spread your strategies. Skul the Hero Slayer is a pretty wide open game at this point, but you still need that damage percent. Like, it's very, very important to pretty much every run you're ever going to do in this game to be able to deal damage quickly and efficiently, because that's how you get out of boss fights without losing your life, is just being able to kill them very quickly. At least once you know the game. There's other ways to beat bosses too, but still, when top level players are always going to go for maximizing their damage percent. Also, we need a secondary skull here. I'm trying to think of who I would even take. I don't know. There's no poison partner for me to have, which is one of the weirder things I think that is a quirk with this game, is like we still don't have a representative for the poison skull, which I figured they would have added in 1.6 or something, but they didn't. We did get the fire skull though, so that's always a good thing, but we still need that poison guy. So hopefully they get around to that eventually, so I can have the like the legit poison bleed build here. But until then, we're gonna have to improvise. And there's a few skulls I can think of that would be decent. If we can get the disposable syringe or discarded, I don't remember what it's called, but if we can get that item, we can get like a natural crit percent guy, such as the werewolf or the hunter. There's options. Gargoyle is another thing I was thinking of, which might sound weird to some of you, but if I can get the thorny boots and Genie's chain sickle, this is like a legendary bleed skull. So let's actually pick them up. Not that I expect to get this item or anything, but I'm going to try. And also, I think no. Let's try and make the best out of this. Okay, so I'm glad I waited. I was going to buy the medallion, but then I was like, okay, I want some actual real items to progress this build, but then I picked this up. One of the best ways to just like, if you're having money issues, fix that, because now we have this, and hopefully that makes up for my mistake early on, which we're still reeling from. That's how bad my mistake was of not picking those items up. Even though those items would have been most likely commons, it's like the amount of value you get out of picking up those items from the fox is just so like immeasurable that not doing it fucked me up real bad. All right, sir. Thank you. Okay, this is going to be a little annoying. Can I reach it from here? Yes, I can. Okay, never mind. I lied. It was actually really easy. All right. Item room time, please. Also, I'm going to drink some tea. I've been wanting to take a drink of tea since Yggdrasil. I just couldn't find a moment to do it. Man, you are always too early. It makes me so annoyed. Can you just, for once, show up at a decent time? Please, man, please. I'll save you if you just show up at the right fucking moment. It's all about me at the end of the day. I'm a fucking narcissist, okay? And I'm not here to save you. I'm here to maximize my potential to win a Skul the Hero Slayer run, so I don't know what to tell you. Oh, please don't. Oh, please don't. Okay, I tried my best to avoid all of the damage there. It was looking pretty good for a while, but okay, that's actually really good. My parkour didn't cut it at the end. So we finally got down the poison path, which I'm a little late here, which is actually not good, but we did get the common. I think I couldn't ask for more currently, because the longer we wait to get the common, the harder it will be to get it. So also, God, that was like the worst orc of all time, because the gargoyle really is incapable of making use of the gargoyle or of the orc without at least like something like what is it? Kyrian sword. For some reason, the name escaped me. All right, Gambler, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Okay, fine. I'll take more bone shards, I guess, but sir, please. This ain't your run, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I feel bad because it's like the Gambler is awesome, and whenever I usually see it, I want it, but I'm on this extremely hyper-specific build. There's no deviating from physical damage on this build, and the Gambler does no magic. I mean, he does no physical. Like, what do you want from me? There's nothing I can do. It sucks, but it is what it is. This is Skul the Hero Slayer. It's a cruel game, and it's cruel on purpose too. Oh, okay. Oh. So if I don't find the things I need soon, I need to get off of this freaking gargoyle, because it's literally just not helpful at all. As it is right now. It could be extremely helpful under the right circumstances, but we're not there. Also, low-key, that makes me want to grab a power skull. If I see one, I might take it. But I also want to hold on to a little bit of hopium that I get what I'm looking for here, because Genie's chain sickle and thorny boots bleed build gargoyle is not even, like, it is good. It really is good. I've used it before. Oh my god, okay, that was a really stupid orc. Holy shit, that was like the worst orc possible. Man, I fucked up there. I should have known better. Especially when I swapped to the gargoyle, that was, but like, man, dude, my skill cooldowns are so long here, it's ridiculous, actually. Oh, there were 2 of them? What the actual fuck? Dude, that's so whack. God, this game is so mean sometimes. Okay, everyone relax. Just let me get out of here with my life intact. Ooh, okay. That was a good swap. But now I need to keep my distance a little bit here because I can't do anything as this gargoyle. Maybe I should just swap off of this gargoyle. It's causing me a lot of problems. I have no room on this build for oh. Okay, no, he's not a good partner, Skull. Anyone but Ghoul. Clown? Okay, that's the wrong boots. Come on, man. Oh! I mean, it is arms and rapidity, so... I guess that's our arms and rapidity covered for the entire game. And I'm sure that when they said arms, they wanted arms 4. So all of the rest of these item slots have to be dedicated to poison and bleed, and then we're there. Also, I did end up picking up the clown. Good option, good decision for me. Not that I really want the clown on this build. If I can find someone else, I'll take it. But for now, this is just better than the gargoyle. I held on to the hopium for a while, but it started turning into copium, and I had to fucking get rid of it, you know? Like, after a while, there's no fucking point. Like, I'm just making my run harder for myself. Was this the skull room I went into? I'm pretty sure it was. So I think we're getting that guaranteed legendary swordsman here. And we are. And that is a mummy who I've used way too much recently. I have to respect the cooldown, even though it was actually tempting to grab it there. Though I don't know why. I think it's just because I like the mummy. The mummy isn't particularly good or bad on a build like this. Actually, no, it's pretty bad, actually, now that I think about it. Straight up, just kind of low-key, not good. What do we got here? Oh, what am I saying? That was guaranteed to be some gold. I was dreaming of a run where I had treasure 4, I guess. Oh, how did she not die? I pressed the skill key button there. I'm going to guess the Liliana are next, which I'm perfectly content with. I'm ready for them. They're going to get destroyed. I want to do a run where I, like, struggle against the Liliana's sister, but I can't think of a run where I would. Did I in the common run? I don't think I did. And if I didn't struggle against them in that run, when am I going to struggle against them? And the answer is, I don't know. Never, I suppose. Maybe when hard mode comes out, actually. I should think about that. That'd be cool. I just want the Liliana sisters to be hard again, you know? That was fun. It was fun when I struggled against them. I remember how hard I popped off when I beat them the first time. And now it's just like, man, I was so bad at this game back then. Alright, ladies, what you got? You are going to die. Maybe now. Okay, not quite. That was maybe a little presumptuous of me. Although it would have been funny had they died there. But Orc is just going to obliterate them. Like, take my... actually, somehow decent damage scaling I have right now. I could not tell you why it's as good as it is. It should not be, but it is. Take that and blast it off with the Orc, and we're sailing. Though that was unfortunate timing for the Orc there. All right, maybe I should have waited. So here's a thing. I mentioned this like I don't know how long ago it was. It wasn't that long ago. I talked about how I don't see a use case for Artifact and Orc beyond their second stage, and I still kind of feel that way, but I've also gained a little respect for Arms 4 at the very least. Arms 6 it's a hard sell for me, but Arms 4 I actually think is pretty decent. It does quite a bit of damage. So obviously Arms 6 does as well, but that's so much item slot dedication that it's just really hard for me to justify it. So we have more rapidity here, but I need to start going down these the damage or the route of like the statuses. I need to go down those routes. So this is not a permanent pickup, but it'll do the job for now. It'll do some stuff. And we're getting our legendary swordsman here, so very good stuff. Feeling very good about this. 2 very lucky gamblers. Unfortunately, not for this run. Any other time, I'd be all over it, man. But And this is how dedicated I am to ensuring run requests, for the record, because I would get more clicks if I took that if I took that gambler, because people like natural legendaries. But I'm for the people, okay? I'm a people man. I'm doing this for you guys, okay? Just keep that in mind. You know, maybe a little thank yous in order. I'm just kidding, by the way. Your guys' run requests are really what fuels this channel. Like, if I'm being completely real, it would be hard for me to come in every day with like an idea in mind if it weren't for you guys suggesting things. So, thank you, as always. Oh, okay. Are we still not done with the first layer of enemies here? Oh no, I just got so in the zone that I didn't even recognize I came up here and killed the second layer. What do you got? Nope, that is completely useless to me. But good effort. I like your hustle. You are dead, I think. Yeah, now you're dead. Thanks to the arms. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Arms 4 is good. Like, it's not too much dedication to where you're like giving up too much damage percent to make it happen. And that blast of just like force that happens with it is very good. It's very potent. You again, it's too late. I'm not gonna even risk it. And also, I'm not gonna take a prisoner, unfortunately, for prisoner fans. He's a very solo-oriented skull. Also, what the fuck? 2 of the items I wanted. Man, if only I just... the gargoyle. Why didn't you show up earlier? Man, that would have been awesome. But we did get the poison item I want. This is exactly what I wanted in terms of my poison item. So we can now consider getting rid of this, though I still am open to the idea of a partner power skull if I can just grab it. But now we're at a very awkward arms 5. So, you know, it is what it is. But you guys are about to see the power of the Fatal Sword. It is a very good item. If we could just get some... what I need now is like consistent application of poison. So I would 100% take a Decay Heart. I would also... Wait, no, you're not taking my money. I just realized if I had waited a little longer, I would not have been able to get this. Hoo-wee, okay. You know what, yeah. You know what, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm taking another hunter. What are you gonna do, eh? What are you guys gonna do? Okay, but he does have Siege Shot. I should have maybe looked at that. Siege Shot is like easily by far the worst hunter ability. But I'm a big hunter fan, and I was talking about if I could just get the syringe, which it's looking like more and more likely like I'm not going to. This would be a very good partner skull. So, you know, yeah, I'm hoping a little bit here. It's a little bit of a hopium take on my part, but... Oh my god, sir, you had your chance. I'm so... This happens to me all the time. I don't know if this happens to other people as much as it happens to me, but it's like, dude, I already said no. Like, no means no, man. Like, come on, dog. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, you had your chance, and I gave you plenty of opportunity, and you were making my run much worse. Like, Gargoyle, I'm a big fan. Like, give me your autograph sometime, but it's just, today is not your day. It's the Swords Day. You know how long it's been since I've done a sword run? It's been way too long. People are excited about this, or at least someone out there is. There's a lot of people who like this skull, so. Alright, I'm going to obliterate these guys. Almost, like, without any actual pushback. Like, they're fucked. And as you saw, like, that was an obliteration, so. Okay, another Raven Lord. No, Raven Lord, no. No, just no. I'm going to hold off on upgrading this hunter in the hopes that I get something a little more interesting, but it's looking like this will be my partner skull, which I'm completely okay with. It's not a bad partner whatsoever. I'm not even remotely, like, disappointed. It just, like, if I can't get the disposable syringe, there's not a lot of value to be gotten out of it as a partner skull. But if I can get that fucking item, this run would really start to pop off. Okay, that would have been bad if I had gotten hit by that. With Orc up, that is, like, just nasty. Okay. Give me the syringe, please. That is actually a really good item. And what is up with all these arms and rapidity items? I'll take it. So somehow, right now, we are at arms and rapidity 6, but we have 0 bleed. Like, 0 bleed. But technically, we do have bleed because of the bleed skull. So potentially this could actually be the run I do. I don't know how to feel about this, quite frankly. It's fucking weird. But I'm kind of feeling it, man. I'm not gonna lie. Low key. This is more damage percent. Am I going wild here? I mean, it is objectively better than this right now, so I might as well take it. I mean, just in every conceivable way, that this is a better item. Because we do not have the Power Skull. And if I get the Power Skull here, I might be a little upset. Especially if it's one I like. But, you know, fuck it. Like, maybe Genie would be good for this run. I don't know. Genie would be an interesting pick for sure. Because he is a very good basic attack skull. And this is a basic attack run so far. Get swapped on. This is going to be a good siege. And never mind, I lied. I should have remembered at the end of the day, it's still siege. It still kind of sucks. It's really the only hunter skill that is like pretty irredeemable. I can't think of anything positive to say about it that I couldn't say about another one of his skills. It's definitely, oh my god, of course it's the Genie. Come on, Genie, let's go for a ride, man. He was on a cooldown for a while. I think it's been long enough. It's Genie time. It's going to be hard for me to swap off of any of this. This, potentially. It's rapidity. It's... How much are we using our abilities? Quite often, actually. This seems good. Over this? Over this. But that gives me rapidity 5. But we are also looking to swap off of this eventually. Though that also gives me attack speed. Maybe I should be a little more careful here. Very interesting choice. I think I'll buy this and leave it on the ground for now. Pick this back up. Keep going. One more. We are not on a strike run or a misfortune run. I think we've pretty much gone about as far as we are going to with our poison path, which I think is fine. I don't think the person who requested it is going to care that much. I mean, I got the, like, here's what you have to understand, requester. Like I said, your run is very wide. You asked for 4 inscriptions. And I only have so many item slots, and I still have to slot in for damage percent. So, you know, this is the only item that's disposable at this point. And even, wait, hang on, what the fuck just happened? You got, no, my money. Hang on. I'm at least getting some of that back. Jesus fucking Christ. The fucking janky ass pedestals in this game, bro. Wasting me money. Me fucking money, SpongeBob. Dude, like I said, yeah, this is a very powerful run we're on right now. Your run request is turning into something very special, but I need to keep in mind where it's powerful and where it's not. And I think maybe we just kind of have the swordsman skull. This is like as far as I take the bleed, I think, unless I find something very powerful. Otherwise, I just can't see it fitting on this build with what we have right now. I still need consistent poison application for the sword we have here. Also, oh, what? We're at 600%. Wait, how? Oh, we broke a shrine. Okay. But with the all the arm 6 and the rapidity sword and just all of the other rapidity effects we have here, this is the acceleration sword is activating very often. The only thing that is not activating as often as I'd like is this. I would potentially get rid of this to get like syringe or something. But even then, that's a hard sell because like I have very high uptime and my attack speed being very, very high. Like, what is my attack speed right now? 170%. That's fucking insane. Especially with Kyrian. Like, man, this run is turning freaking crazy. I want to see how fast we kill that Chimera here. And we even have Orc too to like really bring it home. This is feeling like a potentially strongest run I've ever done. I don't know. I shouldn't get ahead of myself. It might end up not being as good as it feels. We'll see. I'm very excited to see how this unfolds, though. I'm not gonna lie. Let me in. Oh my god. Okay then. Something special is happening here for sure. We're on something special. Let's see how this unfolds from here. I can't imagine anything I would take here, to be frank. Man, a little late here with the stone mask. That would have been nice earlier, but no legendaries, which is annoying, but like I should not complain. Wait, we have some bleed here if I want it, but at the same time, I don't like this is a good item on a bleed build where you have consistent bleed procs. We do not have that on this build, so this is just not worth it. I'll just break the stone mask for like symbolic purposes and be on my way. I think I'm gonna commit to the Genie here. Welcome aboard, Genie. He's a good basic attack skull for those who are uninitiated into the Genie fan club. I like to say this. I always call it a fan club, which it is. I am a fan. I am in the Genie fan club, at least a little bit. Like I do recognize that he needs some work. But I don't think he's as bad as people think he is. A lot of people consider him to be like among the worst skulls in the game, and I don't think that's true. Or, it might be true, but all of the skulls in this game are usable, is what I should say. Like, I do think Genie has very, very glaring problems. At least up until Legendary. At Legendary, I would say Genie is pretty, like, decent, and it does some things that other skulls can't do. But until then, Genie certainly has problems. I'm not even going to begin to, like, deny that. But on this run in particular, it's going to shine like a diamond, so that's why I picked him up. And I'm feeling it, man. I'm absolutely... And the Arm 6 on this run, too. Literally in a run where I was saying Arm 6 is a hard sell, which it is, for the record. I'm not ready to take that back yet, but the reason it's good here is because we have... We're on an Arms Rapidity run, and we have Arms Rapidity, Arms Rapidity, Arms Rapidity. And, like, Arms here, which is very good, and then we just have, like, this, which is good damage percent, and this, which is good damage percent. So it's, like, it just kind of naturally panned out to be very good. But there's a lot of weird Arms items in this game that make it a little bit of a harder sell for me. But then again, you also have, like, Fulgent Dawn, which is obviously not a hard sell for anyone. Everyone just takes Fulgent Dawn on runs where it doesn't even make sense, so let's go ahead and swap. This should be a swap heavy run too. I should be swapping more than I am. Swapping is very powerful here. The Genie swap isn't too good, but the Swordsman swap is fucking insane, so it makes sense to do it. Also, I will be coming back to you eventually, sir. I got a run request recently. I'm very excited to try out with the Dark Valor. No. Oh, this is actually... But, like I said, at this point, I just don't see it. I don't see the blood drinking. I don't see any room on this run for something like this. We also don't even have room for courage on this run. We're on a very tight build here. This is an item I was obviously thinking of on the way, but I don't even think I'll be able to activate the Blood Drunk Sword at this point. It takes so long to activate it, especially from, like, Act 4. If only we had gotten the Gargoyle and the Thorny Boots, then Blood Drunk Sword would be very good and very worth considering. But for now, it's not. All right, I'm not going to swap just yet. Now I'm going to swap. This is something I don't think I've really talked about too much. I always talk about how people don't understand how to play the Genie and that you're supposed to use his skills to dodge, but you can also use its swap to completely avoid damage as well. Always keep that in mind. Also, man, we're getting Dickhead Heartbeat here. We might even get Dickhead Legendary here. Let's see. Not quite, but close. I mean, it's still, like, those shards add up to a Dickhead Legendary. So I'm just going to say it. We got Dickhead Heartbeat. Which, hey, you know, Skul the Hero Slayer does what Skul the Hero Slayer does. But, goddamn if it isn't a cruel game. Very cruel game. Oh, okay. Relax. As you can see, the Genie isn't doing too much right now, but once it gets to Legendary, it'll start doing a lot more. Also, god, dude, our Fatal Sword is just not proccing very often, which is just unfortunate. I never got Decayed Heart. I would definitely take it if I saw it, even from here. Or the Syringe, I would still take that as well. Or actually, would I? What's my crit percent? 10? Fuck no, I would not take the Syringe at this point. Never mind, it's only Decayed Heart that I would take to make my Fatal Sword a little more consistent. But I don't foresee that happening. I'm just going to be happy with what I got here. Like, we're on a very powerful build. I'm gonna try and... At least one of these guys is not summoning their friends. If we're gonna have a run this powerful, I'm not letting them get free summons on me all the time, you know? If I can stop at least one, I will. No, I got a little hopium there for a second, but nope. Decayed Heart is a rare, for those who are wondering why I was hopeful. Alright, no mage. I'm sick. I already saw her one time, and I'm sick of her already. Yeah, fuck the mage. She sucks. Alright. How quickly can we kill her? Be very... Still, like, no matter how powerful you are, respect the Act 4 adventurers. Especially if you have Orc, man. Always give them the respect they deserve. They are very scary enemies. We could have potentially gotten out of this without having to actually fight her and like just like face tanked her damage and like gotten out, but I wanted to be respectful, and we did that without taking a single hit. So my respect was you know, well deserved, and also it paid off. So good stuff. Now it's legendary genie time, and hopefully I'm right about this and he just starts popping off like crazy, as much as the genie can. I couldn't think of a better run for this skull in particular, so let's see what happens. Alrighty, it is... maybe I should have taken the ability NPC change I saw earlier. I'm not exactly a big fan of his second ability here. I'm a big fan of the tackle, but I'm not a big fan of the one where he turns into a genie and like goes in his lamp. Turns into a genie. He's always a genie. The one where he goes into his lamp is really all I should have said there. And I gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. I almost never get that guy because he always like gets hit by like a projectile that like automatically is shooting out of me and like summons his friends without me even like ever having seen him. So for once we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. He's done. Oh. You know, I could probably kill these from out here with my apparitions. Okay, never mind. I lied. Big liar, what can I say? I'm in the lying Olympics, after all. Okay, so all is seeming good. We have a decent shop coming up as well. We have a decent amount of money to make this work. But I'm not, like I said, I don't know where I can even take this build from here. I feel like we're at endgame, and we've been at endgame since, like, Act 3. Where's this guy? You son of a fucking bitch. Fucking BM. Dude, he lied. Like... That was like some stealth shit, man. Like I was expecting him to show up way sooner than he did, and I went over there ready for him, and then I was like, oh my god, wait, did he spawn over there? And I forgot, and then he just showed up after I started walking away. Like, very dickhead move, very uncool. You're supposed to let me get you. You're supposed to let me kill you for free, so I look good in front of my audience. That's how this whole thing goes, okay? When I paid the devs to seed my RNG. Oh no! Oh, that could have been really bad. Oh, I thought, okay. I thought I traded in an item. Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me for a second. So I'm not actually taking this. I'm just, no. I'm hedging my bets here to see if I can get Fulgent Dawn. No. No. And no. And that was some heavy copium on my part. I was, you know, like I was like, I'm feeling the vibes on this run. I'm going for the Fulgent here. And it didn't happen. But I tried, so you gotta give me credit there. Even though, like, would I even have, like, okay, let's look at my, what would I have gotten rid of for Fulgent here? This? Yeah, this. Okay, well then I would have taken Fulgent. But, it's not as obvious a pick as it normally is on a run like this. Like, we do have room for improvement, but not a lot. Give me damage percent. Please, please, please. Oh. Man. She hasn't given me it in a long time, actually. It's been a very long time since I've seen either magic or physical from her. Or them. I don't know. I still don't know. Devs, please. Guidebook. I need to know. Okay, so we're probably almost to Joan. I can't imagine this going on for much longer. Maybe one more door after this. But I would be shocked if any more than that. Maybe I should have waited. Like, see, the thing is at this point, I don't need to kill them. Like, it's not for the run's safety that I need to stop them from summoning their friends. It's like me doing, like Orange Justice on their corpse, you know? Like, I need to fucking just obliterate them. I need to humiliate them entirely. Ooh! Oh! Okay. Always be careful with Orc. Like, normally I just like to avoid damage for swag, but there I actually needed to avoid that damage, and I was genuinely scared because Orc will just get you fucking shredded without you even like having a chance to think about what's happening. You'll just lose all of your HP and like potentially your life. So always be wary of Orc. Can I get out of here? Ah, damn. If you're quick enough, you can get out of here without seeing the other waves, but you have to be very quick. Oh, okay, wasted arms 6 there. Why is this guy being so annoying? Also, why are there so many freaking fireballs? Freaking relax, man. Jesus. What's our damage percent? 405? Not bad. Really, like, genuinely not bad for a run that is as weird as this. Though I think I was a little ahead of myself when I said strongest run I've ever done. But either way, this is a fucking crazy run. Like, it really is. Let's see how this goes. But I'm not even slightly afraid of this Joan. She's going to get dunked on hard. Alrighty. Joan, I always like to say it whenever I'm near you, whenever I'm getting close. I fucking love just shitting all over you. You suck, okay? Straight up. You know, I hate you. Joan, you're just awful. So, it is hard feelings here. You know, normally people would say no hard feelings. No, it's hard feelings. She's just been too much of a thorn in my side for far too long. I feel no sympathy for what is about to happen to her. God, dude, my in-air attacks are so fast as Swordsman. It's crazy. The Swordsman is not a good in-air attacker for the record, so it being that fast is pretty funny. I'm saving my Orc for phase 2 here. I want to utterly annihilate her. Don't come near me. Oh. Ooh! Okay, I should have been a little more careful there. I took that explosion to the face for no reason. But, I'm going to try and kill her with the Genie, but... Oh yeah, okay, it's Genie time. It's Genie time, baby. Let's go. Haha, it's Genie time. Oh yeah. Genie, when you work, man. What can I say? No, Joan, I hate you so much. This is why I hate her. God, she's just the worst. Get out of my game. Now. It's my game. You're just living in it. What we got? Good lord. Can I even fit this? Do I even have 1, 2, 3... What would I get rid of? I have Rapidity 5, so I can actually afford to get rid of this if I want to. Or this. This is helping me... this is helping me more, right? This is conditional and this is non-conditional. But the condition is very easy to meet, so... Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think I should get rid of this. Because Genie is far too incapable of actually utilizing this. Like, he can't really make good use of like, because he's in his, like... Oh my god, no shot, dude. What the fuck do I do now? What the actual fuck do I do? I think I can't take it. I can't take this. I can't. There's no room. Like, everything here is building towards something. I have exactly arms 6. I have exactly poison 2. This is the only thing I could even slightly get rid of. And I low-key want to. I really want to. Am I? Oh. Okay. I gotta think about this. It's only 2% chance to apply poison. I don't think this fucks up the person's run request too much. And this is the ring, okay, run requester? You... No. There. Run requester, you have to understand, okay? Please understand. This had to happen, okay? We still have the poison here. I got your arms and rapidity. The poison was never doing too much on this run anyway. This pot of greed is the strongest pot of greed I've ever gotten in this entire game. I have to capitalize on this. Okay, I'm done explaining myself. No. Okay, you know what? Maybe this. I'm going to do this. There we go. Okay, well that one was kind of lame, but you know what? I'm vibing. Okay, this is Hexa vibe. This is Hexa full vibes mode. Okay, I'm on a mission here to make this run ridiculous. Look how fast our attacks are now. See, chatter. I think I saw commenter. You're not chatter. This isn't Twitch. See how good of a decision that was. Look how strong we are now. Look. And we're still technically poisoned. We're still technically bleed. But, like, look at this. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime run. And we're on it right now together, you and me. I can't justify this. Over what? And I need this. So, just to still do the run request. Oh man, this is very tempting, actually. But I can't fit it. I can't fit it. Bro, this would give me so much damage. This would give me so much fucking damage. What do I do? How much would this give me? Can I do this? 597 versus... Nah. The ring on every run, the meme has to live on. Alright, this is our fucking kit. Good lord. This is... What a fucking kit. I don't even know what to say. God, dude, I'm gonna destroy the... I cannot wait to kill the first hero. I can't wait. It's gonna be so awesome. And I even have a way to at least somewhat break the windscreen in the lazy genie way. But I'm still gonna do it. Like, you know, even if it's a little lazy and a little hacky, I'm still gonna... That's how I'm gonna do it. Man, this is so sick. Thanks for this run request. Even though I don't know if this is exactly what the person had in mind. I do have poison and I do have bleed. But it is a giga sword run and it's fucking insane. Like I said, this is among the strongest runs I've ever done on this channel. For sure. Rapidity and Arms 6, which is very rare for me. I think I've gone Arms 6 one time on this channel and never done it again. This is just awesome. And I even have Kendo Stick and I don't hate it right now. This is just insane. What a ridiculous run we are on. 250 max HP as well. God damn. Only missing the Hand of Glory, which just could not fit. All right, let's see what happens here. God, I mean, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna fucking knock his lights out. Like, he's fucked. Oh, stretch it out, baby. Oh, yeah, let's go. All right, first hero. What are you going to do? What are you going to do against this just unstoppable, relentless force you're about to undergo? Come on, do your first thing. Okay. There he goes. He's doing his thing. Okay, I don't even care that he's doing this. I'm just going to get in there. We don't even have Orc on right now, and we're fucking doing that much damage. Okay, wait till he comes back down. Then Orc. I might even be able to... Come on, please die. Please die! Yes! Let's go! We got him before he fucking did the thing. Aw, dude, this run's crazy. Alright. Now, sir, he's not getting out of this, for the record. I'm even going to genie it up here. The fucking ridiculous genie run here. Swap out. Do this. We lost our Orc, but he's not getting out of this. That's my mission here. You're not getting out of this. I don't care how much damage I have to take. Fuck you. You're dead. No! No! Okay, we got him. We got him. That was a little closer than I wanted it to be. But still, goddamn, did we fucking destroy him. Lost a lot of HP there. I know I'm at a low amount of HP here, but it's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna... Nothing bad's gonna happen. We're gonna get out of this just fine. Like, I don't want to lose my life here, but I don't think I'm going to. Let me... Okay, good. Now he's fucked. Which way are you aiming? I couldn't even tell. GG's, man. Holy hell. Holy hell. 280 max HP? Where are the other max? Oh, yeah! We have more when we're out with this guy. Alright, so here's the lazy way to break the windscreen here. I can try and get the Orc into the... Is he in it? Is he in it? Oh, he's not. He's just out of the fucking frame. But it was a good effort on my part. It's really hard to do that, especially with my keyboard layout. Like, if you were on a controller, I'm sure you could do this very easily, but I have to press the A key, and then the Shift key, and then the 1 key very quickly in succession there. I actually risked the windscreen completely by doing that. But we still got there. Orc is like, you maybe see like a pixel of his tail potentially. Maybe that's it right there. There he is. There's the orc. That's me coping, by the way. Actually, that has to be the orc, right? That has to be his like fucking tail pixel. What else could that be? And if you can't see it because of the like what am I can't think of the word. It's like when you compression. There we go. The compression of the video file. I don't know what to tell you. He's there. Okay, I'm not coping. GG's. God damn, dude, this run was fucking crazy. Fucking rapidity sword with like all of this attack speed was popping off hard. Arm 6 coming out my ass. Orc, pot of greed at the end into the ring. This is like my dream run, dude. This is as much as I could ever want in a Skul run, because pot of greed in every run, the ring in every run, arm 6 with Kyrian, and just all these crazy items. Kendo stick, the item, probably one of my least favorite items in the game, and I took it to the end and I enjoyed it because it was providing me like all of the things I could want. Like, I couldn't ask for more. Sadly, we didn't get too far into the poison or the bleed aspects, but that would have just weighed us down on a build like this. And we still had it, so technically I did the run request, you know? I still did it, okay? You can't say I didn't do it. I did it. And I definitely put in a good effort to do it, but dude, like I always say this, Skul takes you in whatever direction it wants to. You kind of just go with the flow, and whatever you end up is usually a good thing. Like, very rarely do I take Leona or Goldbane Rapier to the end, and I did on this one too, which is an item I love. It's just kind of hard to justify it because of the spoils. Spoils is not good, but it was good on this run, the item at least. And all of our inscriptions were dead on perfect too, even though we had the mysterious apparatus with rapidity 5 for the most of it. By the end, we had everything that we wanted exactly where we wanted it, except for poison, I will say. But rapidity 4, arm 6, exactly perfect. Couldn't ask for much more than that. Obviously, Fulgent on here would have been very good, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. GG's, man. GG's. Thank you for your run request. It was very fun. And I was skeptical at the start, but the way I built it, I think if it's not exactly what you built, let me know. I'm curious to what your build was and how it compared to this one. Like I said, building wide statuses is generally not a good idea. The Sword Skull can do it, but you can never go like full bleed and full poison. Like, it needs to be poison 2, bleed 2, and then the rest damage %. And then it's like decent. But you also said arms and rapidity too, so I'm sure this is at least somewhat close to what you had. Though obviously this is fucking insane, so you know, this is a high roll among high rolls. But GG's, I'm rambling too much. If you watched to the end, I do appreciate you guys. We are almost to 500, which is insane. Just I don't even know what to say. God, it was like a week and a half ago where I was like, bro, 400, that's so sick. And now I'm almost to 500, so it's going to be a bit, I think, before I get there, unless another video I have pops off. But, you know, the ride there will be fun regardless. And I do appreciate everyone regardless, no matter how long it takes us to get from 500 to 1,000 to any number in between. It's all good. We're all having fun here. We're all vibing. And that's really all I have to say. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.